The minor pentatonic may possibly be the guitarist's best friend. It's like the dog of the guitar world. It's probably the first scale we all learned. It was probably A minor pentatonic. But this scale is a wonderful, wonderful scale. It's one of the first things that we learn if we want to get into some blues improvising. And one of the problems that I see a lot of my students kind of run into with this is they start kind of getting into this thing where they get stuck in the boxes. You know, maybe we learned all 5 boxes up and down the neck, but when it actually comes time, you know, we get home from work, we throw on the backing track, we find, you know, the one with the most beat up looking Les Paul or Telecaster on it, and we go, yeah, G minor blues, this is gonna rock. And then we maybe start playing, you know, and it's all going good. And then all of a sudden we run out of ideas and we just start going. And we're stuck. And that's no good, right? We don't want to be stuck in one box. We have this whole beautiful instrument to play with and we're only using a little bit of it. So there is an exercise that I have used to help my students kind of break out of these boxes and work on being able to see the guitar all the way up and down the neck. So in today's video, I'm going to share that exercise with you that connects all 5 positions of the pentatonic scale in a very, very linear fashion and show you how to move it into another key and explain how you would do that for other keys. But so we are going to start out in G minor pentatonic. There's going to be tabs kind of rolling, I don't know, over my face, or maybe I'll crop my video up. I haven't totally decided how I'm going to integrate them, but there will be tabs showing up. If you want to download these tabs to help you for your own practice, you can subscribe to my Patreon down below. All of my patrons get early access to videos as well as, you know, the diagrams for the tabs that show up in these videos so that it can help them in their practice. It's a great little community of guitar lovers. I'd love to see you over there, but let's talk about this exercise. So I call this exercise E string chains. And so the principle of this exercise is you play from the lowest position you can play on the neck. So for me in G minor pentatonic, that is going to be the 3rd fret of my E string, and I'm going to go like this. Now what we do is we go up to the highest note of the next position on the high E string, which is going to be this note C here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play down the next position of the scale. I would call this position 2, but if you aren't familiar with my scale framework, just follow the tabs and we should be cool. So now I'm going to play this position all the way down. Now that I've reached the lowest note of this position, I'm going to play my way up the E string to the highest note of the next position, and I'm going to play that one. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go up to the highest note on the high E string of the next position. It's going to be right here. I'm going to play my way down. And now here I'm going to do the same thing going into this last position. This is position 5, or my highest position on the neck. And I'm going to play all the way up to the highest note on the E string of that, and then play the rest of the shape. And now that I've made it all the way up here, I'm going to go back down descending position 5. And this is where the magic of this exercise comes in. Is now I'm going to go down to the lowest note of this position on my E string and play up. And if you think about it, when we were coming up, we played position 4, descending, but now because we went up and down in that top position, now we're playing it ascending. So all of the directions of your shapes flip on the way down. And now that I've gone all the way to the highest note, I'm going to play down to the lowest note on the E string of the next position, and I descend that shape. Then I go down to the lowest note of the E string on the next position, and I play up. And then I'm going to go down, and then I'm back where I started. So really quick, hopefully that makes some sense, as we go all the way up and all the way down, all of these positions as we go up. So going up, position 1 is ascending, position 2 is descending, position 3 is ascending, position 4 is descending, and then position 5 is ascending and descending, and then now they all flip on the way down. So position 4 is ascending, position 3 is descending, position 2 is ascending, and position 1 is descending. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just play you the whole thing at a reasonable tempo. Tabs are going to be flowing. Follow along with me if you have your guitar by you. So we're going to start out nice and slow in position 1 here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to position 2. If this is too fast, you can try slowing down the YouTube playback speed. Up to the next one. Down the next one. Up the next one. Down this guy. Up the next one. Sketchy fingering on my part, don't be like me. Coming back up. There we go. I'm gonna leave that mistake in there so that you know everybody makes mistakes. But okay, there was G minor. Now if we moved this to a different key, I'm a big fan of moving things around the circle of fifths. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this to the key of C. And now some of you might come in my YouTube comments and say, actually Matt, that's the circle of fourths. And I would say, I just think of it as fifths resolving. So G goes to C. So anyways, C minor pentatonic. This is going to look slightly different. But we're going to start out way down here on our 3rd fret of the E string, or A string. And the reason we're going to start down there, here's the trick. You want to find the leftmost position on the guitar you could play. Or if you're a lefty, I guess the right hand. You want to play from the lowest starting point that you can. And the lowest C that I have on my E, A, or D strings is going to be this one. So I'm going to start here in what I would call position 4. If you don't know what I'm talking about with these position 4 things, I do have a video on my channel all about the minor pentatonic scale where I break down the 5 positions and how I think about them. But we're going to start out here in position 4. This is all tabbed out as well, so follow along with me. I'll do it once kind of broken, talking you through what I'm doing, and then once at the end going all the way through, and we'll see if I can do it without hitting a bunch of open strings. So here, we're starting with our pointer finger on this 3rd fret, and we're going to go up, position 4, up to the highest note of the next position. This is position 5, and I come down. Now I've played all the notes in that position, so I'm going to jump up to the next position, which is position 1. Now I'm going to go up to the next position, which is position 2. Now lastly, we're coming up here in position 3. This is going to go going down this position now. Down to position 2, down to position 1, down to position 5, but now I'm going ascending, and then finally back down to where we came from in position 4, and this is a key bit here at the end. We're going to play. Whenever your root is on a string that isn't the E string, we want to go all the way down and then back up to fill that in. So now, here's C minor pentatonic once again, but here is me doing it kind of unbroken, and I'll do this one maybe a little bit slower than I did G. But we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. 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 Down this, because this is our 5th and final position there, and then up the next one. Down. Up. So there is the E chain exercise where you get all of your positions together. If you keep practicing this, it'll slowly start to work its way up. It's a really, really good way to go. And And yeah, if you have any questions about it, let me know in the comments. If you want the PDFs, you can subscribe to my Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. It truly helps me out more than you could know. If you're looking to take a guitar lesson with me, there's a link to get in touch with me down in the description. I'd love to work with you on whatever's troubling you on the guitar. If you are looking for a way to support me in the free educational content that I post here, you can subscribe to my Patreon, also linked down below. I've talked a little bit about it in the video. You kind of know what to expect, but it's a wonderful little community of guitar lovers, and I'd love to see you over there. Another great way to support me, what I'm up to, is to check out either my ebooks or my video courses, which are also linked down in the description. It's a great way to get some more in-depth educational content from me than I can offer in, a 10 to 15 minute YouTube video. And last but not least, I have new videos coming out every single week, so I hope I'll see you in the next one. And until I do, I'll wish you a wonderful day, and I hope you have some fun playing the guitar. Thanks.